Okay, these are A5 sketchbooks. They're quite thick, as you can see. They were just, I got them off Amazon. It was, I think, £17 for two. I got them just before I started this course, actually, like the whole course, not just this module, last module, because I wanted to start like a visual journal type thing. But then, yeah, started the course. So I've been using them for that instead. As you can see, this one, illustration 1, key steps in illustration, that's the first module. That's the second module. Obviously, you can see that one's a little bit cleaner and less battered. This one has literally been on the settee or the table next to me, like for the whole of the last year while I've been working on that course. It's nice to have a little book that's just sort of easy to, you know, flick through and pick up, and it's small enough to keep by you. And I just make notes in it and things and do some little sketches and things. As you can see, I haven't quite finished, but I'm not going to do anything else in it now. I mean, there's only a few pages. So that's that. That can, you know, be put away on the shelf and kept forever. So I'm going to do a bit of a flick through, but I'm not going to do every single page and waffle about every single page because, you know, it's going to get boring. It's literally notes I've made throughout the course. So as you can see, Edward Borden, that was the very first exercise to do in the first module. So although it's a sketchbook and you will see that I draw in it, I also use it as a notebook. It's just anything coursework and, well, assignments too, but you know, when I've got to make notes about the course, this is sort of the core book that I go to. So there's loads of notes, some sketches, Dudley Castle, Dudley Town Hall, Dudley Leisure Centre, that's in markers. It's funny because I did that and it's closed now, so and I think they're going to knock it down, so there we go, got that forever. Little sketch of Dudley Zoo. This was a layout plan for a poster. That's a bit of a sort of brainstorm, all sorts on there, isn't it? That's another layout. That was a character I was thinking of using for one of the exercises. I didn't in the end, but I thought it was kind of cool. Again, notes. There's a brainstorm. Notes about Tracy Emin. Some little thumbnail type things. This, literally, because I didn't quite know what to do for an exercise, where to start, I literally went on YouTube and looked up a kids drawing tutorial for how to draw an airport, and I sort of half-heartedly did it. And then I added the little words and things on to just sort of make it more adult. But it was good to sort of, you know, break the sort of, oh, I don't know what to do. It was good to do something a bit naff like this, have no expectations, and it sort of got the creativity going. So like that says, is this the plane that will take me where I want to go in life? The life you thought you would have is a flight that left without you, and your tickets are non-transferable. So yeah, more research, some random hands. I am crap at drawing hands. Very true. Oh, I think I made, that was a note I made. If I had a specific working space, because I don't, I literally, this is the kitchen table and I sit on a chair in the settee to work. If I had a working space, I wanted to put that sort of up on the wall somewhere. I'd see it all the time, but I don't really have space for it, so it's there. That was a visual brainstorm. Again, visual brainstorm, some colours. That was me drawing the kitchen cupboards from memory, the cups and mugs and things. Visual brainstorm. That's visual brainstorm. Do you know what that is? Doodles and lists. This was testing materials. I mean, it's nothing very adventurous. I was having a go at cross-hatching. That's pencil and white pen. That one, my tutor actually commented that she really liked that. I thought it was a bit horrific. It's the Queen anyway. Hopefully you can tell. If you can't, there you go. It's the Queen. And yeah, she's stitched. I kind of like the back, actually, the messiness of the back. I think that has a charm about it. But anyway, my tutor commented that she liked that. But yeah, I just think it looks a bit horror movie. But, you know, testing materials. That was another marker pen picture I started, never finished. Research, research, research. Visual metaphors, visual brainstorm. I don't know what's... I think it was something about a breaking up relationship, which is what the visual brainstorm is, and I'd written some quotes and song lyrics down as well. This must have been assignment 2, the start of brainstorm lists, research. I'm going to have a little flick now and just find some things that are a bit different, so that I'm not just saying notes, lists, brainstorms over and over again. Thumbnails. It's interesting, I never used to make thumbnails or particularly see the point of thumbnails, but I think I was probably sort of making thumbnails anyway without really knowing, but just sort of scribbly, you know, without thinking what they were. But these are some thumbnails. I've found it really useful to make thumbnails since I've begun this course. So yeah, I'm definitely converted to doing thumbnails. Yeah. This was, I mean, these are thumbnails again. It was an image development exercise. Yeah, I like thumbnails actually. I'm very much converted. Just layout designs. That was layout design. This was in response to a piece of music, sort of making, mark making while listening to music. That's my daughter's GCSE grades. Don't know why they're written there. They just are. She did really well. Look, she did really well in art. So yeah, just response to music, listening to music. Yeah, I didn't mention actually, but back here I actually like stabbed holes in the paper. That was part of it. That's not an accident. Working out shapes from that. A few notes in with that. I've written about my feedback, you know, for my tutor feedback. To-do list. I mean, I've actually written a crochet pattern there. I think I was making something about that abstract piece and music. More research. Doodles. Oh, a plaster, nice. Yeah, that's not grotty at all. My friend Lynn from Crochet, that's her pug. Did it from her photo on Facebook. Layout plans. That was a sketch I did while I was waiting for the kids to come out of school. It's crap. Like, it looks all nice at first glance, but those cars are teeny weeny, and that one's huge. It's the perspective's altered cock, basically. So yeah, more research, little doodles and sketches. Let's find something more exciting. I'll flick from the back. That's a sort of layout, color visual of pages of a book for my last module that I did. Again, it's all just notes. Brainstorm. Here, I've actually drawn things. I was drawing little sketches of little characters. It's a little pug that I did for a zine that I was making, and then I've gone back over it, doodling and writing my name and loads of other people's names. I don't know, I really like writing and making it look all curly and nice, so I go over it. Roman Grant. I was watching Big Love, clearly. Yeah, Mormon. Dumbledore. Anyway, again, sketches, layouts, notes, practice of drawing giraffes, brainstorms, sketches, layouts. That's my little boy Raymond's drawings. I got him to draw some. I sometimes find, like with that YouTube video I said I'd watched to do that airport, I sometimes find to sort of start off with, I don't know, it sounds a bit twee, doesn't it? Start off with a child's mentality and work from there. But like I do find that just go in really simple with no pressure, and it leads to other things. Doodles, visual brainstorms. I mean, it is all the same. Notes. I mean, there's more notes in this sketchbook than pictures, probably. It's working out fonts. Someone's phone number, no idea whose that is. Mini brainstorms, thumbnails. I'll go a bit quicker, otherwise you're going to just keel over with boredom. Sketches. I've drawn all over this again, but, you know, thumbnails. visual brainstorm. Notes, notes, notes. That's Henry on the settee playing on his tablet. There's a quick sketch, thumbnails there. That is a picture of my daughter Amber on New Year's Eve holding a ferret. She didn't actually have her heart glasses on at the time. I added her heart glasses on. I actually submitted that picture to Grayson's art club, but they didn't choose it. What a bunch of plebs. But yeah, I love that. I really like that. That was a little doodle I did of us at my friend Priscilla's house for Bible study. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I didn't worry about it being perfect, and it's not, but I like it. It's Tracy. Brainstorms, notes, brainstorms. I mean, I think I've probably, that's kind of it, but I'll flick. There's some colour testing there, look. Pencil. Yeah. Tattoo styles, brainstorms, notes, notes, notes. Visual brainstorm of imagery, nautical imagery. Sketching, working things out. That is a continuous line drawing I did of Tipton Underpass. You can't tell because I never got around to colouring it. I did try and do it as an oil painting, but I'm apparently crap at oil painting. But yeah, I was inspired to do that because we only had one car at the time, and I was having to take my other half to work really early in the morning. And going under Tipton Underpass at sort of 6 o'clock in the morning, the sky was like this really rich blue with the orange of the lights and the lights in the underpass. I don't know, it was just really atmospheric, and sometimes you'd get sort of a mist settle in the underpass. It was just really beautiful. You don't get any of that atmosphere from this, but that's why I did it. It wasn't coursework, it was just something I wanted to do. Thumbnails, that's sort of thumbnails, but they were for my learning log, so I could photograph them, put them on diagrams of layouts of books and book covers and things. Thumbnails, doodling. A lion, some more thumbnails. That's a colour visual for a poster. Planning the other two of the posters that I had to do. That's Brian. His head isn't really that shape. Very unflattering. Oh, that's a photo I did of my friend Melody. Portrait of Melody detailing her preference for exceptionally tiny clothing counterpointed with her need for very large shoes. Melody is shown holding an elephant and a car. These depict a true measure of her strength and were not digitally manipulated. For context, there is also a Rubik's Cube, a chicken leg for protein, and a drink which was taken as a gift. The artist wishes to make it clear that the cod is still on. That is just like littered with in-jokes. Sorry, I don't know why I read that all out, but whatever. Picture of Melody, it was to make her laugh. And that's a picture of my other friend, Helen, because she is teeny tiny and has very fat wrists, apparently. She doesn't have fat wrists. This is something she said. I don't think she has fat wrists. I have to say that because she's watching, but I don't. So yeah, she's teeny tiny. There's a popcorn there. Portrait of Helen, detailing her excellent taste in tops, her teeny tiny trump hands and disproportionate wrists, laid over a picture of a single salted popcorn for size reference. Don't know why I was researching phobias. Looks like it was something to do with Halloween. Working doodle of Helen with her gigantic wrists. That was me marking off a knitting pattern. Probably shouldn't have done that in here, but I did. Actually, that was for some gloves that I knitted. Oh my gosh, I am never making them again. Colour visual, that is the thumbnails. Now, those are thumbnails that I did after I'd made the final piece, but I wanted to put them in an evaluation to say this is what I think the poster that I made, that's the visual of it, it's not the actual poster. I think that the poster that I made would go well with a series of posters. And for example, this is what they would be. Colour visual of a poster I made for my assignment. The actual one was all embroidered. Options, ideas, other layout formats and things. That was me creating a font. Again, this was me creating a font. It was a Tudor font I was making, so I could put it onto that poster that you just saw. Fonts, fonts, fonts. That was me working out the fonts. Thumbnails again. I was practicing with an actual feather there. I got some for that assignment 3 it was in my first module. I did like Tudor music, and I got some actual goose quills and cut them and dipped them in ink and had a go writing with them. notes, notes, notes. I think that's yeah, we've met in the middle. So that's that one. And then obviously the second one I've started. I had actually started this one before I started the course, so there are a couple of other little pictures that I did before Marmite Cadbury. That was a chocolate wrapper, and I did the layout of the chocolate wrapper, and then the foil I did in that sort of design. I just thought it would look cool, and my kids thought it was great. It wasn't quite what I wanted, but my kids were like, "Oh my God, did you draw that, Mommy? Oh, it looks like a photo." It totally doesn't look like a photo, but hey ho, they liked it. Priscilla's daughter, Becky, she got made head girl. That was a little picture. I was going to sort of photograph it and put it on a card for her. I never did because I'm horrible. My favourite shop, Beacon Crafts. That's the wool shop. Oh yeah, I write things down as well. Actually, I didn't mention this in the first one, but I write things down that I think of. I tend to write them in a sketchbook because I have them next to me, the sketchbooks. Things that I think or things that the kids say. I mean, I have, because they're all over the place. I barely ever go back to them. But yeah, that was me thinking about the compartmentalizing personalities and personas. I mean, I've said it before to like my other half because I think these weird things, but you know, like there's a difference, isn't there, between someone changing their name and a stage name. So like Johnny Vegas, he is still very much Mike Pennington, but he's Johnny Vegas when he goes on telly. That's his sort of persona. I keep waving my hands in front of the camera, sorry, but that's his persona. Vic Reeves, Jim Moyer. And just the difference between changing your actual name and a stage name and who you really are and who you think you are. And I was watching the Beatles documentary and I noticed that Paul McCartney sat playing the piano. Ringo Starr comes in and sits next to him, and Paul McCartney didn't see him come in. So he sort of looks to the side and realizes Ringo Starr is there. And he says, "Oh, all right, Rich." So obviously Ringo Starr was his stage name. He didn't actually change his name. And to everyone around him, his friends, his family, I assume he was Richard. You know, I know he doesn't go by Ringo Starr anymore. He doesn't sign autographs anymore, does he, and stuff. But, you know, so he was obviously very much still Richard Starkey, not Ringo Starr. That was a stage name. And so, yeah, I was just thinking that the difference, and what does Cliff Richard have on his driving licence? Is it Sir Cliff Richard or Sir Harry Webb? And I must have written this a little while ago, because obviously Billie Piper was still married to Lawrence Fox. But like Billie Piper, I think her name's Leanne. I might be wrong. But like, did her driving license say Billie Piper, or did it say Leanne Fox, or did it say Billie Fox? Like what? You know, I when you don't know whether someone's changed their name or it's just a persona, just interesting to know, wouldn't it? Pandas, drew that for Raymond, my little boy, loves pandas. These were just sketches. I was going to do a big doodle for the kids. I call it a doodle. I mean, a big poster like artwork thing for the kids. And I wrote some things down, did some doodles, wrote some things down. I have written pathologist and fallopian there. I think it's because I get the two words muddled up. So yeah, I wrote them down. And I don't know if I said this or if one of the kids said this, but what if instead of blood cells, you had sprinkles? I think that might have been my son because he has a problem with his blood and we have to go to the hospital and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I was drawing little blood cells and things to make this poster for them. Anyway, you're going to be getting bored now. Sorry, I'll scoot through. This was for that poster as well, blood cells, making blood cells into character. That was something Raymond said to me, which was epic. If you blink really fast and look around, it's what it must be like to be a character in a flip book. That's an illustrator that I wanted to look up. Colour testing, planning a birthday card for Graham. These were life drawings that I did. That was Amber, my daughter, in hospital. That is also Amber in hospital. That first one, by the way, was absolute shite. And one's a little bit better. That was my friend Catherine and some of the children when we had like a Bible group picnic. Took all the kids. That's Raymond running. Not great, that one. Some more from that Bible picnic that we went to. That's Amber in hospital as well. I like that one. I was really chuffed with that one. I think that's pretty good. And then we get on to my this module, which I'm doing now, and that's my to-do list for exercise 1. Loads of notes. I think that's about it. Notes. I got myself a little stamp so I can stamp dates in my sketchbook because I always forget to write them down. That is it. There is nothing else in there. It's all ready to be filled up over the next year with brilliant shizzle. There we go.